Hello, 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 hello. Hi, how are you? Wherever you are in the rest of the world, from the four corners of the world, I just come this afternoon to talk to you about stop self-pitying yourself. If there is a favor that you can do to yourself, is stop feeling sorry for yourself, because you're not helping the situation. You are not helping the situation at all. I understand we all get knocked down in our lives as we go along from day to day. Maybe it is a relationship that is not worked out as you intended to be. It might be a career that you see like it has not turned out the way you wanted to be. But I want to encourage you this afternoon. If you've been knocked down and you've been having pity parties, it is time now for you to stop pity partying yourself. You need to stop self-pity, because you're not doing any good to yourself. You're actually attracting more negativity to yourself. So I am here to tell you that, you know what, I have been there. I've gone through times that when I actually was knocked off and things didn't turn out the way that I was actually dreaming for. Growing up being told you are not going to be able to do anything, because why? People look at me. People looked at me and judged in the way that I've grown up, the way, they were seeing at that particular time. Those things, if I wanted to dwell on those, I would have been pitying myself and I'll be justifying myself, because what happens when you are actually self-pitying yourself? You are busy self-justifying yourself, why these things happened, and all that kind of thing. There is nothing that's gonna change in your situation. There is nothing that is gonna change, but it is only going to come from bad to worse to worse. But I am here to say to you, yes, it has happened. Yes, it has turned out the way you didn't want it to be, but just sitting there day in, day out, self-pitying yourself, not doing anything about yourself, that's not going to change the situation. You're going to get more depressed. You're going to get more, you're going to start to blame everything around you. But I want to encourage you, take a brave step today and start doing something to change yourself, because there's no one that is going to come and help you to get out of that situation. It is only you. It is you that is actually going to change the situation that you are in. Yes, that relationship didn't work out. That person walked out on you and he left you, and you've got all the you've got all the reasons, to be sad. You've got all the reasons to say, you can actually justify yourself or blame yourself. Sometimes you find yourself actually blaming yourself. But yes, enough is enough. Yes, it happened, but it is time for you to move on. It is time for you to pick yourself up, because I want to encourage you and I want to tell you that, sometimes that situation or that person that walked out of your life, it was for your good. It was for your good. It is time that you get up and start doing something about that situation. It is time that you actually say, okay, yes, it has happened. Yes, I've cried over it day in, day out. Sometimes you go through situations where you actually cry yourself to sleep. But I want to tell you, I have been there. I've experienced that. There were times, like 10 years ago, when I went through a rough patch in my life, where I thought, sometimes like what I'm saying, you can cry yourself to sleep. But that did, what actually did that self-pitying process and that self-pitying season that I had, it actually made me worse. I was getting worse and worse. I was not moving anything. Everything stopped around me. My career stopped. Everything stopped, because I was dwelling on something that had happened. So this is what will happen to you. Stop dwelling on all the things that happened to you. Yes, they happened, but it is time that you realize that if you do not start doing something, you are going to stay in that situation for years and years, and you end up depressed. But I don't want you to be in that place. I don't want you to be in that place. So that's why I'm here to encourage you that stop pitying yourself. Stop self-pitying yourself. Some people actually start having, pity parties. Yes, people will listen to you. People will feel sorry for you, will say, oh, I'm so sorry this happened. But all those things that people are saying to you, that's not going to change your situation. It is not going to change your situation. The more you dwell on that, the more negativity you start telling yourself, you start seeing why you can't be good enough. You start telling yourself that I cannot be able to do this because this and this happened to me, or this and somebody say this to me. But I want you to stop self-pitying yourself and get up. Get up, shake off the dust, shake off the ashes, wherever you've been, that place, that deepest place, a situation that knocked you off. But I want you to get up. I made that decision that yes, that happened to me. I am not going to stay there. I am not going to allow that situation to stop my career aspirations. I am not going to let everything actually take over my life. I made the decision and I started, doing something about the situation. I started seeing the good things that I was capable of doing. I started, looking at the positive side of life, things that I was capable to do. And I started doing that. I started looking at the passions that I had. Yes, whatever happened those years ago had happened. But I started to look at the positive sides, the things that I was good at. And I said, you know what? I am not going to feel sorry for myself. Yes, I have cried. Yes, I've been, having all these pity parties, but enough is enough. No one is going to tell you that. No one is going to come and tell you that message. But I'm here to tell you that yes, enough is enough. You have cried over that situation. When I was growing up, my grandparents used to have a saying that, you don't cry over spilled milk. Yes, even if you cry. It's already spilled. You actually have to make that decision to go and buy another milk, or you're going to drink black tea, or you're going to do without it. This is the same thing message I'm bringing to you. Yes, it's done. Obviously, you cannot undo what has happened, but you need to actually make the decision that, I'm going to change. I'm going to make lemonade out of these lemons. Life throws lemons on you. Make lemonade and don't pity yourself. I love you very much, and I want you to get out of that mode of pitying yourself. Yes, people will encourage you because they'll keep saying, oh, that shouldn't have happened to you. But yes, enough is enough. Stop self-pitying yourself and start seeing the positive sides of things that you're capable of and build on those things. I love you and I leave you.